Hey guys, Pastor Greg Locke here. Let me ask you a question. What kind of sick world do we have to live in to be feuding and fighting about gender-neutral bathrooms? Are people in America seriously that dumb and want to be that politically correct?
Sick world. What kind of sick world, he asks. Apparently, we're living in a sick world that thinks we should lighten up when it comes to which room we use to void our bladder. If that's sick, I can't imagine the narrow margin in which lies sane. Let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. I don't normally cover this subject, but given that religious conservatives are usually the ones with sand up their vaginas about it, and given that it is Captain Carpaster here losing his shit, I guess I might as well. Speaking of which, I sincerely hope that someone else is driving, 'cause he's in the passenger seat. Or maybe he's in England. Either one. Then again, if he crashes, at least he'll get to see whether there really is a heaven. Or a hell.
Let me be real straight when I say this. A man, I don't care what he dresses as, if he wants to go into a women's bathroom, is an absolute straight-up 100% pervert.
A pervert. Really? You notice how it always comes down to sex with these people. Someone decides to go relieve themselves without the room where you do it being segregated by genital shape, nay, genital shape at birth, regardless of what it looks like now, is perverted. What exactly are they picturing here? What do they think is going to happen? Hey, Martha, get in this here stall and watch me take a dump, woman. Okay, that might be a bit perverted, but, I mean, seriously, how many people go strolling into a bathroom, a public bathroom, looking at it like it's a target-rich environment? I can only speak for myself, but consensual or involuntary, a public restroom is one of the last places I'd ever want to have sex. Talk about unsanitary. It's always men going into women's bathrooms. What if a woman wants to tinkle in the men's room? Is she a pervert? And this is just me using his own language here. I know that sex and gender are separate and that it's not a man using the ladies' room, but do you really expect him or people like him to be ready to hear that part yet? Gotta start slow, 'cause, they are.
No, dear sir, it is not your justifiable American freedom to go into the bathroom with my wife and my daughter. And we told you what was going to happen. Now the LGBT community is saying, oh, that is anti-gay laws. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, actually, not kidding at all. Think about it this way. One of these people was born female, took some weapons-grade hormones, and now looks like this. Like one of these pictures on the screen right now. By his rules, one of these men will be forced to go into the bathroom with his wife and daughter because of that pesky vagina. Given how uptight he seems to be about this whole thing, I have to ask, does he want that? Oh, incidentally, I lied. They were all born female.
So now PayPal and other businesses are threatening to pull out of North Carolina because now they have these laws that discriminate against gay people. And you remember what happened a few weeks ago in Georgia? The Georgia governor actually compromised and wilted because Disney and Turner Broadcasting and the NFL and other companies said, we're going to pull out of Georgia. You know what? The problem with those companies is not that they're pro-gay. The problem is they're pro-bully.
Pro-bully. The people saying, hey, how about we learn to play nicely with the other kids, even the ones who are a little different, are the bullies. Wow, the irony is so thick you could use it as a nuclear bomb shelter.
So sadly now, we're allowing the smallest percentage in America to dictate all of the rules because we're afraid we might say or do something that's going to offend them.
So apparently, not getting your way means you're being bullied. It doesn't matter whether your way is rooted in prejudice or bigotry, if your way makes other people's lives worse. No, you're the majority, so you get to run roughshod over everybody else, no matter what. People like this are the reason we have laws to protect minorities in the first place, so nobody goes through life with somebody else's boot forever on their neck.
Well, get over it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to speak out because I would much rather offend humanity than offend the holiness of Almighty God.
You mean the God who's supposed to love all of humanity? That God? And newsflash, Mr. Motor Minister, but not everybody in this country believes in your God, so why should we all be forced by law to act as if we do? Freedom of religion means nobody else has to follow yours.
Oh, and trust me, I already know the response from the Christian community. You need to be more loving and kind. These are the days that we're living in, and we just need to progress. And if you believe that, you don't believe a thimbleful of the Bible. Standing for righteousness is biblical. Standing for immoral behavior is ridiculous.
He says it's immoral behavior, like somewhere in the Bible it says men and women have to use separate bathrooms. In Defecations 10:17, or possibly Numbers 1 and 2, it reads, "And the prophet said unto his flock, Yea, thou shalt not drop thy trousers where thy women lift their skirts, for the Almighty seeth all, and they that voideth bladder and bowel next to their wives and daughters shall have committed sin most foul." I'm sure that passage is in there. Somewhere.
People have been saying that this is coming for years, and we never believed them. Well, guess what? Now it's here. And we need a common sense approach. And the common sense approach is real simple. You don't get to use the bathroom of your choice. You use the bathroom of your birth.
The problem with common sense is that, when examined critically, sense is often the wrong way to describe it. Knee-jerk preference turns out to be much more accurate a dismaying amount of the time. And the bathroom of your birth. I don't know about you, but I know very few people who were born in bathrooms. And we're not even really talking about men's and women's rooms anyway. The whole point is gender-neutral bathrooms, which everybody was born to use. No, really, that's the whole purpose in life, to use the bathroom. Seriously, no other reason. Point is, we decided to have separate bathrooms for men and women. That's not inherent to the universe. It's a social convention, one we don't necessarily need, except to pacify the discomfort of those who can't handle the idea that humans have bodies. I have to wonder whether this would still be an issue if the bits we use for waste disposal weren't quite so close to the bits we use for rumpy-pumpy. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think. Rating videos has been found to cause fresher breath, enhanced metabolism, and greater sexual magnetism.